Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I wanted to answer the long-awaited question, what are we having? And the answer is, I have no idea. I will be 24 weeks this Friday. Last Thursday, I had my 20-week anatomy scan, and unfortunately the ultrasound tech told me that the baby was sitting super low, so she wasn't able to give me a definitive answer as to what the gender is. So she kind of clued towards one thing, but she was like, but I can't say it's 100% because the picture was kind of fuzzy. For the video, what I did basically is I went on Pinterest. I looked up a bunch of old wives' tales for gender predictions, and I wrote them on this board. Hopefully you can see them. If you can't, I'm gonna go through them one by one. And then I thought that would just be like a fun video to try and guess what I'm having. And hopefully tomorrow morning we will find out for sure if we're having a boy or girl. So fingers crossed, send me some prayers. Hopefully I get this edited tonight. Just get this over with, post it. And the plan is tomorrow I will go to my appointment, and because of COVID and everything, Raheem is not allowed at my appointment still. So I will find out myself. Then I plan to make a cake. Well, I already baked the cake, but tomorrow, once I find out the gender, I will decorate it accordingly and then film Raheem cutting open the cake to see what we're having. So I'm being a lot more positive than last week. Wait, was this 2 weeks ago? That was 2 weeks ago. Holy cow. Okay, yeah, but I am just trying to put all of my positive energy into this next appointment so that we can find out what we're having. And so far from what I read, baby is doing fine. Baby is chugging along. I didn't really get precise measurements or weight or anything. I did get a heartbeat. We're gonna go over that, but I should have a phone call appointment on Friday to go over my anatomy scan. What I've been told is if you don't get called immediately like after, then everything's pretty much good, and they'll just kind of graze over findings and like see how I'm doing on Friday. So I haven't heard anything. From what I read online, baby's doing great. I'm doing great. Okay, so that's basically everything about my anatomy scan that I wanted to go over with. So hopefully Friday or Saturday, aiming for Friday, we will have a gender reveal video. Okay, so one of the biggest things that has swayed my opinion on what we're having is I've had so many dreams about this baby, and in every single dream, without fail, it is a little boy at various ages, like newborn, toddler, like little kid, everything. Doesn't matter the age, doesn't matter what, like, it's always a little boy. So I always thought that means I'm having a little boy. And then I read an article that was like, oh, if you dream that you're having a boy, you're actually having a girl, and vice versa. And I was like, well then. But I guess with my dreams, that means that I'm having a girl. I'm gonna be super shocked if it's a girl, honestly. Another gender prediction that I did that I didn't want to show you because yeah, it's kind of gross, but you pee in a cup and then you add baking soda, and if it fizzes, then it's a boy. If it just settles and separates, then it's a girl. I did that like, I think right before my anatomy scan, so probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and my result was a girl. So for the Chinese calendar, I just went on Google, typed in Chinese calendar, went to the first one. I did it a couple times, but for the most part it said I was having a girl. So the next one, morning sickness. You guys know my first trimester and well into my second, I was sick. I still have gotten sick a couple times, so hard yes on morning sickness. Cravings. This is another thing, like I even had to ask Raheem, what are my cravings? Because they go back and forth. when I still was like dealing with a lot of morning sickness, it was a lot of salty and vinegary things. I know I mentioned that, and I think that kind of helped my morning sickness. But now all I crave are sweet things, and like salty things I'm kind of like, I'm gonna put sweet things. My mood. I told Raheem that I just kind of feel like no matter what my mood or emotion is, it's just intensified. So if I'm happy, I feel like extra happy. If I am irritated, I feel extra irritated. But I notice that I get like really angry and moody very quickly and often. So I'm putting moody. Next one is my skin. I'm just gonna stick with my face because I feel like that's what a lot of people kind of are addressing, is like my skin on my face. So my skin naturally, like before pregnancy, is always like kind of combination and a little bit oily, and as soon as I got pregnant, my skin got so dry. Like no matter what I do, I exfoliate, I moisturize, like I'm trying to stay hydrated. My skin is just so dry on my face all the time. So, sleeping side. See, I don't know. That's the thing, is like, some of these are iffy. I'm just gonna say left side because I've always been a left side sleeper. I have been sleeping more on my right side, but it's not like even equivalent to how much I sleep on my left. So, left. Next is headaches. Thank God this is a no. I used to suffer from headaches all the time before being pregnant, like headaches regularly and then migraines often. So when I told my OB that, she was like, we'll see, because sometimes pregnancy like makes it a lot worse, sometimes it like goes away. So thankful. I have had maybe 2 or 3 headaches that I can think of. So next is my balance, which I didn't really notice anything different up until maybe like 2 weeks ago, and I'm definitely more clumsy now. So the next one is the baby's heart rate, which again, because of COVID, I've only gone into the doctor like twice, and the first time she got the heart rate and I swear she said like 170, and then I looked up like the average baby heart rate and that seemed super fast. But then I also read something that it said it can shoot up to like 170 and a little over, and then like around 10 to 12 weeks it drops a little. So I think it was 170, and then at the anatomy scan she told me it was 154. So above 140 means it's a girl. So next is my bump shape. I thought it was round. Raheem thinks it's wider, which, you know, rude, but also true. Like once I looked in the mirror again, there's not as much definition from like my waistline to my hip anymore. It's kind of filling out a little bit. So I'm just gonna say wider. So the next one is my skin complexion. Even though, like I said, my skin is dry, I have not really been getting breakouts, and somebody kindly told me I had a pregnancy glow, so I'm just gonna say glowing. Feet temperature. I think I mentioned this in one of my videos that like my feet burn up, and it's gotten a little bit better with my feet, but now it's just like my whole body's on fire. But definitely my feet temperature is super hot. I don't think I've had cold feet like once this whole time, so ugh. Hair texture, it's hard to say, but I think for the most part it's fuller and thicker. I also saw shiny and like dull as one of the factors. I haven't really noticed a change in that, but I have noticed that I have less hair falling out when I shower and when I brush it, and so it just feels thicker, honestly. So full and thick. My face shape. I personally don't really see a difference in my face. Raheem says it's stayed the same. It hasn't like filled out or gotten more plump. So I'm just gonna say lean or like stayed the same. So my fingernail growth. I know I touched on that, I think in like it was like the pregnancy symptoms and like recap video. My hair and my nails grow so fast now, and they're like super hard. Like the ridges on them are so deep. They're healthy and they're growing super fast. So next on the list is how I'm carrying. Yeah, I just don't know. Like, I don't think my bump is formed enough yet to make that decision. It's hard to tell. Plus, I've heard if you're taller, if you have a longer abdomen, it's hard to define like where your bump sits and if it sits high or low. So being that I'm already plus size, I'm really tall for a female. And I think personally I have like kind of an elongated torso. I always thought I carried low. Somebody else thought I carried high. I can't remember who that was. And then when I went to my ultrasound, my anatomy scan, the lady actually said, "Oh, you carry super low." She was like, "I gotta get around this bump. It sits really low and your baby sits even lower." And I was like, well then, so. That's part of the reason why we couldn't find out the gender, because like baby was like deep in there. So I'm gonna say low. Next is heartburn. Yeah, I have to take medication like daily for heartburn. So yes. Next is swollen legs and ankles. My ankles are still like disproportionately tiny to the rest of my legs, and my feet haven't swelled at all, I don't think. So I'm gonna put no swelling. And then there's body hair. I have more hair on my belly, and my body hair grows faster, so I'm just gonna say hairier. Because I definitely didn't have this like belly. It's not like hairy belly, but it's like a lot of peach fuzz. So we're going with more hairy. Okay, so the one at the very bottom is Mom and Dad's final guess. Raheem's final guess though, he changed it on me. He said girl. So that's Raheem's vote. You guys know up until recently at the anatomy scan, I was convinced it was a boy because of the dreams, my symptoms. Plus I had this very like crazy dream before I got pregnant. Like this was when Raheem and I first started dating. I had this very vivid dream that I was looking for Raheem with my parents, and I was like, where's Raheem? And my dad's like, right there. So it was a little boy in my dream, and it felt really real. Like the little boy ran up to me and was like, "Mommy," and like hugged me, and I like gave him a hug, and I was like, oh. And it was like the most real feeling dream that I've had in a long time. This is the ring test. I have my lovely helper, Mr. Wahim. So what I read that you do is you're gonna lay it on my belly, the ring. I've got my wedding ring on a piece of string. He's gonna touch it down on my belly and lift it up. You're gonna do that 3 times, and then on the 3rd time you just hold it still, and we're gonna watch to see if it swings back and forth or in a circle. The most popular one was that a circle means it's a girl, back and forth means it's a boy. So there's my belly, my bump. You ready? Mm-hmm. Is that a circle? Mm-hmm. Okay, that means it's a girl. Raheem and I came up with this next one, hopefully to break the tie. Dio's gonna help us out. We've got a little girl dog and a little boy dog, And we're gonna release the hound and see which one he goes for.
Go get those toys. Go ahead.
Oh my gosh, it's a girl! B.O. But he ran off with the boy.
Hey.
We'll
That's not
say,
an actual toy.
we'll say it's a girl. Because he went straight for the girl, so. Alright, so that is it for our gender predictions. What was it? So the ring was a girl, and then Dio went for the girl toys. So that brings our count for the girls up to 12, and I'm really hoping tomorrow at my scan we will get a definitive answer. That's another thing I forgot to mention. I had my anatomy scan and baby was so stubborn and low that they couldn't see the gender. Gender is not the priority. She also couldn't get, I think, pictures of like a heart chamber, the legs, and something else I want to say. Maybe it was the gender. But so she's having me go back tomorrow to get those few images, hopefully. And I am praying that we find out for sure the gender, because I really want to make this cake tomorrow. I want to be able to tell everybody what we're having finally. I want to update my baby registry so we can get like gender specific things. But that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I thought it was something fun and different. And a lot of people have been asking me what we're having or what I think we're having. So hopefully that gives you an answer. If everything goes well tomorrow, I will be decorating a cake, filming Raheem's reaction, and revealing the gender of our baby. It's just getting really exciting. Even if we don't find out the gender, like, it's getting so close to my 3rd trimester. Everything's just happening so quickly. I feel like this pregnancy flew by. It's so, like, weeks pass by. Like, during the week it seems so slow and long, but like looking back I'm like, I can't believe I'm gonna be 24 weeks pregnant this Friday. So I'm just getting excited. That's today's video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think that we're having. Share my video if you want to. You don't have to. And if you have not already, please subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys in the next video, which hopefully, again, hopefully, it'll be a gender reveal video. And I think we're just gonna reveal the name that we've chosen too when we find out the gender. So that's something to look forward to. If we don't find out the gender, then I guess everyone's just waiting until birth, because yeah, everything, you know, COVID's kind of a mess. And so either we find out tomorrow the gender, the name, or we wait until birth to find out the gender and the name. Either way, I hope you guys stick around to figure out with us. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!